I don't care about money, so...
Hey everybody, my name is Wyatt and I'm Ferda Tunes, and just last week I had the utmost pleasure of seeing the one and only, the man himself, Young Lean, on his Stardust Tour in Toronto, originally scheduled at Danforth Music Hall, I believe, was then quickly moved to the infamous Toronto nightclub, Rebel. Now, I have my gripes with Rebel. I've had my good stories and my very bad stories. It's not my favorite place in the world, but it was, I suppose, good enough for Lean. We'll get into that later. First, I must say I am always happy to see a full merch table, tons of clothing options, a tour poster, and Warlord on vinyl. They had it. I wish I could have copped it. The line outside getting in was definitely big, but not nearly as big as I expected. The Drain Gang show at a smaller, much smaller venue a couple months back in Toronto, the line was like twice the size. Shocking to me, but either way, once they packed everyone in, as Rebel does, it was over fucking packed. Again, I'm getting ahead of myself. Now, the crowd. I have to say the crowd was a tad more intense than I thought. Not in terms of like, oh, mosh pits, like people dancing and going crazy, going hard. No, like I'm in there like that too. I'm talking like hella time before the show started. People just bodying, pushing people over and shit, just trying to get as close to the stage as possible. I saw so much of this and people with just zero regard for personal space whatsoever, and for the majority of the concert we were either squished up against somebody or we were fighting for personal space. This could totally just be a Toronto thing. Again, we're kind of known for having terrible audiences at rap shows. I've seen it a ton. Two of the worst crowd experiences I've ever had both happened at semi-underground rap shows in Toronto, both at clubs now that I think of it, and one of them at Rebel. We did meet quite a few very nice people, so honestly, from my eyes, it was like 50-50. You just didn't know who you were gonna get beside you. My girl and I made a little group with her friends and some other really cool people we met, and we were at the very far right barricade. Had a great view and we were close enough. There was even this one sick dude that just turned and looked at me randomly and was like, yo, your hair is fucking sick, yo. And we were both just lit up, just had that gas conversation. So again, I'm not just shitting on the crowd. And sorry for getting off topic real quick. I just wanted to kind of ask for anyone who's seen this tour in other cities, how was the crowd? Because there is a strong chance that this is just Rebel specifically. And also Toronto just having some shitheads at rap shows that just have no respect for anyone. And I hate to say it, but Lean definitely could have done a little bit more to be more attentive and taken some time to just make sure everyone was okay. A good friend of mine was way up at the front and he said it was like a power struggle. So just, you know, you gotta watch for that. But I hope this was just this experience, again, caused by this place. I really do find Rebel just seems to attract the biggest shitheads in the city. Maybe that's just me. Anyways, let's get to the many positives I have to say about this fucking concert. It was fucking lit. It was so much fucking fun, man. I really think the best part about this tour is the set list, so I'll get really into that later if you're interested as to what kind of wide array of songs he played throughout his discography. This was like a full-blown Eras tour, Taylor Swift style. He was all over the place. But Lean as a performer is very engaging. He brings a lot of hype. For the most part, he sings and raps over his own backing track, but I feel like that's kind of to be expected, you know what I mean? It just kind of comes with his sound and vibe. You kind of want that cloudy, reverby feel. You know what I mean? It adds to the atmosphere and it sounds great. But vocally, I found he sounded pretty great. Even on the more singing style tracks that he has, like I always say, his vocal range isn't very far, but he sings from the soul and that's beautiful enough to feel it. And that really resonates in a live performance. He came out hype as fuck to My Agenda, followed by Pikachu, and this was where it really, like, holy shit, I could barely breathe for those first few minutes. One thing I will say about the set list, I find it hilarious how it's called the Stardust Tour, and he literally only did one song off of Stardust. That one being Bliss, of course, which was a highlight, but I was just kind of excited for Trip. You know what I mean? Like, that would have went up. But also, how can you be mad at an artist for performing songs from their entire catalog? This was the full set list for my show. I imagine it was different at most shows, but I must say my biggest surprise was easily Smirnoff Ice. If you asked me one song that I wish he would play, I probably wouldn't have said Smirnoff Ice because I didn't think in a million years he would actually play it. I just didn't think there was a chance. Like, that's always been a favorite of mine, but I didn't think it was a hit whatsoever. I always just kind of assumed it was like a hidden gem. But oh, Jesus Christ, I lost my fucking mind. I couldn't believe it.
These girls nothing like ice cream. Yeah, I want the money, I don't care about this. In the night, there's no faces. Smirnoff Ice in the park, your lips.
Also, Diamonds, of course. I didn't expect this one whatsoever. Completely lost my shit. Amazing fucking song. And let's be real, he carries it. It's basically his song. This was another 10 out of 10 moment.
I'll be in your city, nowhere to be found. I got promise.
Bender plus Girlfriend, another one I would have never guessed him to play. One of the most ethereal moments of the show. I was just stunned and just in a dreamland. Another favorite of mine. I didn't think he'd play it, but goddamn, he was just blessing me with a ton of my favorites on this show.
You're the star, we can afford. She fell asleep on my heart.
And the fact you go there to Hennessy and Sailor Moon,
You say that you love me, I don't know if it's true. When I go to sleep, all I ever see is you. I can be a savior.
and then into Red Bottom Sky. Like, I gotta say, those three songs was like the fucking highlight if I had to pick. Just the whole fucking 10 minutes or whatever. I figured Red Bottom Sky was gonna be a huge highlight. Leading up to the show, I had this vision of just everyone screaming that hook, singing in unison that hook, and just ringing in your head, and wow, it came to life.
It's not a moment, look like she know why. Ice dropping, red butterfly. Ice on my feet, I keep slipping.
Bro did two encores. Bro came back out again twice. First one with a Jonathan Lane-Doer song, which I admittedly didn't know. I'm not gonna lie. I've heard that stuff, but I'm not super into it personally, as impressive as it can be. But he goes into Lean World, and then Agony and Yellow Man. Wow, like, way to make us cry, eh?
I adore you, the sound of your skin. Isolation came in. I adore you, the sound of your skin.
But also another fat surprise just before those put me in a spell, and I have no words. And thank Lean, I was gonna say thank God, but he came out for one more song with Kyoto, and the fucking cherry on top if I've ever had one. And especially for that last song, a lot of people started clearing out, so it really went crazy with the mosh pits on that one, and we got hella close. Like, we got so close near the end. It was so exhilarating. Okay, it seems I can't record on my microphone anymore. My computer just decided to fill up. My hard drive is completely full, so I'll deal with that after. So sorry about the shit phone quality for the rest of the video. All in all, what a fucking experience. I knew that's exactly what it would be, but being there and just jamming out is really something special. As is just listening to his music, but being in a room full of people that love his music almost as much as you do, maybe more, is really comforting and fun. I'm sure a lot of Lean fans can relate to showing their friends some tunes and they just don't really get it, and maybe that makes them feel isolated in a sense. I'm telling you, if you feel that, you gotta go out to the show if you can. It's pure liberation. It wields your spirits together. Just fucking awesome show. Can't recommend it enough to any Lean fan. Please be a respectful family when you go to anyone's concert, really. We're all there for the same thing. Let's all enjoy it. And I think that's about all I have to say. If you have any questions about the show or the set list, anything, drop them down below. I'll get right back to you ASAP. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed. I've done quite a few videos on Young Lean in the past, more so Drain Gang, but y'all know how it is. Join the Discord, link down below. Whole lot of Lean fans in there. We can all chat. You can support me on Patreon if you like. Support your channel, support the boy. Appreciate it. Links in the description. You can follow me on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, all that good stuff in the description. Thank you so much again for watching. Feels good to be back. Again, appreciate you being patient. Much love. We'll see you in the next one.